of your lust and war in your members. Let me read it from the Amplified. What leads to strife, discord, and feuds, and how do conflicts, quarrels, and fightings originate among you? Do they not arise from your own desires that are ever warring in your bodily members? And this isn't my message, but I want to give you instruction before we start letting children leave and stuff. I don't know how to be polite. Can I be me, y'all? Can I just be me? If the problem with most of our challenges we're having is because it's in us. Stop blaming everybody else for the wars and the fighting going on around you. It's you the problem. James 4:1 says, the wars come from within you. It's not the other people, the problem, it's you. That's why we got to detox our souls, because you can't make me fight if fighting in me. You can't make me angry if anger is not in me, because we won't identify with it. You may annoy me. You may frustrate me. You may get on my nerves, but you won't make me angry if anger is not in me. So you can't push a button if I ain't got a button to push. And what I want to tell you before we start letting people leave, kill the button so they don't have a button to push anymore. Kill the button. Why don't you get rid of the button and stop trying to push my button, get rid of the button, then they won't have to push it anymore. The problem is it's in you, and if it wasn't in you, they wouldn't be able to push it. And so he said, when it comes fightings and wars and stuff, he said, really the problem is it's in you, and you want your way and can't have your way, and so now we got to have a war. I told him going for blood in this series, detoxing our soul, because if you would, when are we going to ever say, I prefer to have it God's way than my way? Because if we would say it's his way, then we would stop fighting about what he wanted, he just do it. I know this was going to be a real rough moment. That's why I wanted to do this before I get into the message. Because I really want to shake you really rough this morning and say God is not pleased with not having peace. He said, blessed are the peacemakers. Blessed are the peacemakers. It don't. I know this is not my message, so if y'all just let me do this, it'll be all right. But aren't you tired of living a life absent of peace? Don't you want peace back in your house, on your job? Aren't you really tired of not having peace around you? Well, the real issue is we got to get some peace inside of us first, because we can't. Peace could be in front of you, you not recognize it because you don't know peace. This is my analogy, and I'm gonna move on and let our children leave. Here's my analogy. Y'all ride this out for a few minutes. If you're very spiritually keen, you can walk past people and hear hand grenades going off and bullets flying. You just sense war all in them, and you just say, I better avoid them today. I should probably avoid this one today, because you can sense that there's war inside of them, and what you're saying is, I don't feel like the war and me connected with them, because if not, somebody's going to lose, and I don't feel like losing today, so we got to have a fight. Am I being too honest? Because nobody likes to lose anymore. And so the problem is we get into these wars, these fighting, these exchange of words with an intent to win, and we don't know how to end the wars anymore because it's in us. And I'm after this thing that's in us in this series while we got to detox. And I probably let the children leave in a few seconds, but be bold enough to look at your neighbor. Be bold enough and ask your neighbor, who said you always got to be right? No, come on, ask them. Come on. I know when it's tight. I know that's a little rough. I know that's a little rough to say, but you know the problem? The Bible does say specifically, sometimes we got to defer to the other person just for the sake of peace. Me being right does not always mean I got to fight for what I know. Right shuts up half the time. It says that you'll prove you're wrong when you do it wrong. Is that a little too harsh? This is my message. But I ain't got to prove to you wrong. Let me just let you go down your crazy path by yourself and fall off the ditch, and then you'll say you was right. Because if not, I'm telling you now, I'm trying to manipulate you to do stuff which is going to cause another war, because I'm trying to trick you, manipulate you to do stuff that you don't want to do. No, let you take your crazy self on and go down and fall in that ditch, and I'll come pull you out later. But you know what I'm saying? I don't mean to be negative lip with people, But we're having too many wars, and the problem is war is in us. And so we got to get the war out of us, or there will be no peace. There will be no peace if you don't have peace in you. So sometimes you got to learn to tell somebody else, you're right. And let it be, you're right. You're right. Just let it be, you're right. Because you know what I found out? Here's my conclusion of this homily. I call this a homily. The Bible says a soft answer turns away wrath. Sometimes telling people you're right will release them to go think for themselves and hear from God on their own without you being God. And so sometimes just leave me alone and let me go sit with God. Let God tell me how wrong I am. Because I don't always hear people. But if we serve the same God, then can't God tell me I'm wrong? If we would put a pause in the conversation somewhere, God could say, hey, boy, you're wrong. And if he tell me, don't think I won't hear it. Am I meddling too much? And so that I really want to do some adjustments in here this morning, that if we're going to really do this soul detox, we got to get the war out of us so we'll have peace. And what I really saw was we keep relying on other people to bring peace, to give us what we don't have. And so we hook up with folks in the name of peace because I'm so, that's a little too rough. I'm so desolate, so warful that I'm looking for a peacemaker to come towards me and help me soothe my own wars. Oh, I could teach that if this is going to be a message today, because most of our relationships, this might be too rough. This may be too rough. But can I be real? Can I be real with y'all this morning? If y'all go home and teach y'all children what I'm trying to explain, cover the ears. But if lust is a war that rages in you that looks for a fix, and if you don't get rid of that war, you'll find yourself in some harsh, compromised position because that's a war raging inside of you that you're looking for somebody to calm that war, that storm. And so I find out we have a problem going through our church, our houses, our city, our community that says we don't have peace because we don't know peace. But even when I began this series and it said the very God of peace will sanctify you, I mean, God is a God of peace. I know he creates war. He finishes wars, though. And let me correct this. And I want our children to leave. I'm just about finished on my soapbox this morning. I'm just about finishing my soapbox. But God is not interested in war. I want to correct everybody's thought process. God is not interested in war. God is interested in peace. But if you make war, he'll finish your war. There's a difference in saying I'm a war maker. Because what I'm saying, God is not a punk. But neither is he a bully. He's not a bully where every time people do wrong, he's looking to fight. But neither is he a punk that says you're going to keep always doing wrong and me not do something about it. Yeah. There's a difference in our mentality that says we're always fighting. No. But there is a line that must be crossed. But God is a God of peace. He's not a God of war. He's a God of peace. But if you cross the line, you understand war becomes inevitable. And so what am I telling you all? What am I beseeching you all this morning in my little homily, my little random venting? Learn to pursue peace more than being right. Pursue peace more than being right. Because blessed are the peacemakers, not the people that's right. Blessed are the peacemakers. And I found out in my conclusion of this, James says, the tongue is an unruly member. I might need to teach on this today. The tongue is an unruly member. No man can contain this little thing here. It said this little thing has started wars. It's changed our whole destiny. Our whole direction of life has been changed because I'll tell you how powerful this little thing is. Not only to me, but if I call Foy out of his name and out of his character, this tongue is starting a war. Don't you think sticks and stones may not break your bone? They sure will cause a generational war that's been lasting for 50 years over some words, some foolishness. The Bible says avoid foolish and unlearned conversations. I'm trying to be polite, but sometimes we got to shut up. Sometimes we just got to shut up, flat out shut up and say, God, you got to resolve some of this stuff because you know what? After I've said my part, you said your part, all we're doing now is debating. And I found out I can't make you believe anything. It's not my job to make you believe anything. So listen, let me get children. Come on, if you're a child, a young child, you 12, 13, 14, 15, you pretty much can handle what we're gonna talk about today. If you so they said probably about age 7 or so and below. And if we got some who are, let me see. Poor child. I don't talk to him. He said, I can't handle none of this. He fell asleep and said, this is too much for me to be dealing with this morning. I ain't coming here for all this. I'm just checking out early. I ain't mad at him. That's why I used to do when the preacher started saying stuff that I was like, this ain't for me. I'm out of here. Listen, if your child has food allergies, anything of that nature, please let someone know. We do not want to give them, and I'm being serious for a moment. I know I'm recording, but we want to do justice to your children. We're not here to hurt, harm, or do something out of error for your children. And so, because everybody else, we about to buck your seatbelts. We going in this morning. Buck your seatbelts. No, you buck your seatbelt, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Buck your seatbelt. Everybody else, buck your seatbelt. If you need a Bible, raise your hand. I want people to pass out Bibles. And let me address one other thing. Everybody saw social media. There's a big buzz on social media. Yes, there are translations of the Bible that do omit certain scriptures. And there are certain translations of the Bible that in literal translation change the context of some words. Do not be alarmed. Some of it is intentional, some of it is unintentional. So you will learn in this day and age, you're going to have to learn how to study. And I approve of every translation. I approve of the Message. I approve of the Amplified. I approve of the NIV. I approve of all of them. But whenever you start studying, want to get understanding, bounce it off of something else. And the same thing is true. You don't just read one book and make this definitive. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to learn about cooking. You don't just read one cookbook and say, I know everything. You find different cookbooks to learn different parts. And so don't just take one translation. Get a bunch of them, because you'll find out sometimes in honest error was made in translation. And so I don't want you to be alarmed, but I want you to get a Bible. And I'm trying to hold back from teaching on this tongue today. But I will tell you, the Bible says whatever's in a man will come out. And if you got some rage in you, you're going to be a rageful person, rage coming out. And what I'm here today, I'm here to get the rage out of you. I'm here to get it out. I'm here. Because, all right, let's be a little interactive. Let me shift, because I feel like I'm lecturing and beating people. Come on, by show of hands, anybody tired of causing problems for your own self and your own life? You know what I'm saying? I ain't tripping no more about what other people do. I'm tripping about the stuff I get myself into. I'm tripping because I be falling into the same dumb stuff and the same traps. Oh, I'm mad at me. I ain't mad at y'all no more. I'm mad because I be blowing it. I ain't studying for no more. For, he can say what he want to say. I don't got over that kind of stuff, but it's me the problem. Now it's me. Why can't I stop thinking the way I'm thinking? Why can't I change this? It ain't everybody else. I got a problem with me these days, not everybody else. And so this is why we got to do this detox, because, oh Lord, help me get off the subject. Life and death in the power of your tongue. And you're going to have to stop saying stuff that you don't want to eat. All right, let me teach that out. And I'm going to change subjects real quickly. Everybody say, my words are seeds. I will eat whatever I sow. That's rough, but that's your reality. If you're sowing strife and discord, you will eat it. It will come back to you. The world calls it karma. The Bible calls it sowing and reaping. I don't believe in karma. I prefer the Bible terminology of sowing and reaping, though, which is pretty much the same. Whatever a man sows, that he shall also reap. Meaning, if Miss Amaya goes around slandering people, she can expect to be slandered in private when nobody's looking, because that's what she's sowing. So don't expect people to treat you in a way that you don't treat them. Is that too rough? Am I doing too bad? Okay. And so don't expect people to be nice to you if you mean to people. Don't expect people to be friendly with you if you're not friendly with people. Don't expect people to love on you if you won't love on people. But if Ford is always sowing strife, why is he mad? Because strife's always around him. Why is he mad? Because that's all he's sowing. And so the problem is it's in me. And I'm getting tired of what I'm reaping because I'm sowing. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of defeat, but I'm sowing defeat. When the last time, I'm going to push y'all till y'all hate me today. Look at your name. Ask, when the last time you encouraged somebody else? Yeah. That's why you ain't getting no encouragement now. Because you're not sowing encouragement. This is why we sit in these murky, miry pits having pity parties, but we won't ever text somebody else, you're doing good. It's something real simple like that, but it goes a long way because nobody's trying to fail. Ain't nobody here trying to fail. But when I get down, I need everybody to come and rally around me and encourage me and boost me up and lift me up. But I won't take the time on a regular basis to say, hey, you're doing better. You might not be there yet, but you show better than what you was last year. You ain't perfect, but man, I remember when you was a wreck. So how are we asking for something that we won't sow? So hence, whence come wars and fightings? It's because the fighting is in you, and I'm here to get the fight out of you for the moment. I'm trying to, God, not me. This is not my mess, but God is trying to take the fight out of you. Because your fighting will cause you to miss your destiny. You'll be cutting and slaying when you should be repairing and building. This is probably too rough for everybody. It don't got too quiet in church. Let me use these two young ladies in their friendship as an analogy. They're always bickering with each other. An analogy, not real, but in this demonstration, they're always bickering with each other. And now, her parent dies, and her boyfriend dumps her. And now she needs her to come into her aid and rescue. Now, how are we going to do this? When all we got is strife between us, how are we going to do this? We ain't made no deposits, nowhere to get that out. How we going to say we need help, but we won't put help into anybody else? How we going to do this? And so the problem is that's what I mean by we should have been building, because when we start getting torn down, we have no deposit made to get anything out of it. And so the problem with the fight and the war is it deprives you of what you need. It don't hurt me. But it hurts you because when you need it, you can't make no withdrawal because you ain't made no deposit. That's the problem with the war syndrome. You had to put that in, so when you need it, you can't get anything out. And so now, as the Bible says, we're consumed by that because we don't have it in our possession. All right, this is too good for me. This is too good. This is not my topic. But I want to be honest with you all. When I'm going for this in this series, Detoxing Our Soul, you better get somewhere and sit down and say, I need to fix it. I got some rough edges that I need to get rubbed off of me. Stop playing these games. I know you coming to church. Good. I know you giving tithes and offering. Good. I know you donating and volunteering at the homeless shelter. Great. I get all that stuff. I got all that. But on the inside, you still a mess. And at some point in time, we're going to deal with that mess, or that mess going to become a monster. And the problem is we got too many monsters in the church who won't deal with the mess. It's all right. Maybe I can be a little more polite now. Thank all my visitors for coming. Please come again. Please come back. I know how to be a little more polite sometimes. And I don't always feel the need, but sometimes as a parent has to correct all of us as children, because God starts correcting us, saying we too big to be going backwards to some of the stuff we're going back to. Come on, we stopped fighting a long time ago. What? Don't pick it up again. Come on, we gotten over some of this petty stuff a long time ago. Let's not go backwards. Come on, it's time for us to grow up and move on, and just end some of this foolish stuff. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ford disagreed when we first met, that I like short hair, he liked long hair. Why we got to fight about it again? What point does that prove? You know what I'm saying? What's the need for that? What are we trying to accomplish now? What are we doing in life if all we're going to do is keep revisiting something that's not a matter of sin or not, it's a matter of preferences. And so now we're putting this vicious cycle of no momentum, no forward progress based off of I want what I want. In James 4:1, I want what I want and I'm going to get it at all costs, even if it means war. And somebody say, we got to end this war. I know y'all don't want to say it because we want to keep fighting about what we want. We're going to end this war. We're going to end this war. We're going to put this to rest today. If God don't resolve it, it won't be resolved. If his word does not make it clear, there is no clarity on it. Oh, I feel like I better teach this now. I'm getting so much resistance. If God does not have clarity, if God is not clear on it, there is no clarity on it. It's all preference after that point on. And you do not have a legalistic right to become dogmatic in your preference that you can tell people what they can and can't do based off your preference and not God's commandment. You don't get a right to do that. Because now you're becoming witchcraft and manipulation where you're controlling, and that's how we let controlling spirits come in, where we start saying, well, the Bible don't say you got to sit with your legs crossed, but I don't like when you cross your legs, so uncross your legs right now. Now, come on, what, you know what I'm saying? Come on, that's the kind of stuff we do. And now we're on a war path. Everybody got their legs crossed. We fight them. When the Bible don't talk about whether it's right or wrong, it's my preference. And who cares what my preference is in your life? God ain't put me here to make you like me. He ain't put you here to make me happy so everybody make me happy. No, I'm trying not to do this demon some injustice, but we got to stop controlling, manipulating people because what we like. It ain't what I like. I'm not your Lord. I ain't your God. I ain't your Savior. So I don't get the right to tell you how to go, how to wear your hair, what side of the street you walk on. Now I can tell you about modesty, but if you choose to be immoral, hey, that's you and your lifestyle.
Come on.
And I'm here. Let me tell you, I've been rough on young ladies lately, and I'm gonna keep doing it. If we got a good age group. If you, oh God, I'm trying. But if you're tired of attracting dogs, stop dangling the meat. Let me tell you why I say that. Because you're not going to expect a sinner to treat you like a holy person would. So stop getting mad when sinners treat you like sinners. So that's why we make a distinction in the way we dress, not because it's a matter of legalistic. It's because I don't want to be treated like that anymore. And so I changed my appearance because I found out, and I said this in another church, and they ain't let me back yet. But if you, and I'm trying to be careful because I said in mine, y'all might kick me out. But I found out a principle. I have 2 dogs. If I dangle steak in front of Ted, Ted's gonna come. Every single time. And so stop dangling meat in front of a dog and getting mad when the dog shows up. That's what I said. Something's in me that's making me do this thing. That's why I got to detox. What's in me that's making me do it but get mad when it comes to me? It's in me to do it, but then when it shows up, I'm getting angry. Well, come on, where's the disconnect in me? That would say, because please, young ladies, old ladies, females, period, please don't think you're going to show your body parts and men aren't going to look. I don't know which generation you coming in where you think people just not going to look. I found out if you put a billboard on the side of the street, everybody that passes is going to look at it. Why? Because it's something they haven't seen before. And please don't take this as being legalistic, but I'm trying to help you to see some of the stuff. The problem is not them, it's what's in me that causes me to do this kind of stuff. What's in me that make me want to show? What's in me? Because secretly, I hate when they look at me this way. I secretly despise when they treat me this way. I really don't like when they look at me this way. I really can't stand it. But for some reason, I'm compelled to do it. And if we ever get to the root of the issue, come on, somebody in my own house just don't show me enough attention, so I'm just trying to get it out there, but I don't like the way I'm getting it, but it's all I can get, so I'm doing all I can do because I'm trying to do right. I'm just trying to make it in this world. But my soul is broken, busted so badly that I can't get it out of me the right way anymore. The truth of the matter is, I just need attention in my own house. And if somebody in my house will pay me some attention, I won't be looking for it on the streets. That's the real answer. But we can't deal with it because we keep saying it's them. We keep making it be everybody else other than us. So why can't I get my attention fixed so I won't have to do it and worry about the way they look at me? Is this too rough? All right. So when it's quiet, it gets rough. But I'm trying to really deal with this thing here because we got to detox. That's why James 4:1 is so powerful. He said, from whence come the stuff that you're having outside unless it's on the inside? That's my paraphrase. There'll be no war out there if there's no war in here. Let me see. Let me find somebody. Can't be Dominique. Dominique told us he's going to kill everybody if somebody do wrong this morning. Can't use him. Yes. I'll use you. I'll use you. For my sake of demonstration, if I don't know you, what's your name? Shay. If I slap Shay, I got a feeling she's going to slap me back real hard. Real quick, without thinking. It's instinctively, she's going to do it without thinking. Without thinking. You know why? Because that's what's in her. Now, we're not talking right or wrong. We're just talking facts. If I slap Maya's going to sit there and look at me cross-eyed for a minute and try to figure out, why did he do this? What's wrong with him? Why? Because that's what's in her. Because to rage and react like the way it's not in her. So it's not her first response. By faith, then, maybe. Maybe by faith. By faith. The difference is, I can't make neither one of them do anything if it's not in them already. Ain't nothing I can do to make them do something that's not in them. Can I hit below the bell? I can't make, I'm sorry, young ladies, you can't make Forrest sleep around and sleep around not in him. You can do whatever you want to do, but if it ain't in there, he's not going to do it. And so we become a problem when we start connecting with people and things, wanting them to be what they're not. But what's in them is what's in them. And we got to start dealing with this soul stuff that says, it's in there, and either we deal with it or it's going to keep growing. Here's what I want to get to you. The appetite is what we feed. And so everybody has an appetite. Everything. You have an appetite. You have an appetite to be loved. To want to be loved is healthy. Everybody's born to want to be loved. The problem is, love is in my soul. That's an emotion. That's my will. That's my feelings. I need love. So the problem is, where am I going to get my fix from? Is it going to be from my fleshly sources or some spiritual source? Because the appetite is there no matter what. I don't care. So we do a disservice condemning people trying to get love. No. The problem is your love is void. That's the real problem. So are we going to pursue it from these fleshly ways, or are we going to pursue it from some spiritual ways? But the need is there because the appetite is there. And what happens is we in this room have so many appetites that's out of control that we're starting to act out of our soul to get needs met that are legitimate. I'm trying to help you. These are legitimate needs you have. Please do not be fake about it. You were born to need love. You have an appetite for it because the Bible says God is love, and we came from him, so we come down knowing nothing but love. A newborn baby does not know black, white, yellow, green, short, tall. They know nothing. All they say is, somebody wrap me and let me feel some warmth and love. They don't care who gives it. You can put a newborn baby to a stranger. As long as they feel love, they'll stop crying. Because all they know is love. So to need love is paramount. And so many of us are so destitute of love that we've been looking all the wrong places because our soul has a gaping hole in it. And we've been trying to put patches on it and put Band-Aids on it. And that explains why we hook up with crazy people. We make bad decisions. Because I'm just desperate for love. I'm really not the person you think I am. I'm just desperate for love. And if somebody would just help me experience a little love, I wouldn't make some of the choices I make. I wouldn't do some of the stuff I do. But come on, I'm created to need this love. So can a real church help me understand and feel love and stop condemning me for hooking up with people? Because all I'm trying to do is feel love. It ain't even about the sex. It's about it just wants somebody to love me. It ain't about the drugs. It ain't about the gang. But I ain't got nowhere to fit in. So who's going to let me feel some real love? Because my soul is empty. Because I got so much in me that need to be detoxed out of me. And I'm tired of the choices I've been making because my soul is empty. It's empty. It's empty. And all I've been trying to tell somebody is, well, somebody please help me. I never met, I met some prostitutes in my life, but I never met one who said, this was my dream, this is my desire. When I grew up as a little girl, this is what I knew I wanted to do. I never met one who said that. They all said, you know what? It was just so rough, and I just fell into it. And if somebody would love me out of it, I'd walk away. But I'm so empty, it's the only fix I get. And for them, it ain't about sex, it ain't about the money. It's just saying somebody show me some attention, and I like that. I need some, because nobody else values me enough to show me any time or attention. And we're beating them over the head without showing them love. Because I found out the gaping hole is the love that's missing. All right, can I really work this further? Because I know this is some rough stuff, but the church got to address some real stuff going on in the world. Because we've been sitting on the back burner, being holier than thou, talking in tongues, running in circles, but we ain't extended an arm to the people that need it yet, and saying, you hurting, but that's what we're here for. That's how Jesus could meet a woman at the well, and instead of condemning her, telling her, because he knew about her dirt that she was doing, but he was like, but you got a void, and I'm going to fill that void for you today, and so you'll stop doing it, because until the void ain't filled, you'll keep doing it. Is this too rough for y'all?